Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we currently, turns out, are not endorsed by our Archbishop. So I'm going to stop swaying the Pope here. We will abandon that particular scheme. Swaying our Archbishop is actually much more important, and we have a much better chance of doing it as well. So we'll go ahead and get that done. And at this point, we have taken over everything up here that is not controlled by England or Norway. So we do need to start working on getting some of this territory away from Norway. We're going to go ahead and not do a rally point. We are going to fabricate a claim on Argyle, I think. We'll go ahead and get started on that since we are truce to England right now. So that'll be okay. We're not allied to Norway, so we're not going to have a problem there. Ransom accepted. It sounds good. We don't really need to spend cash right now, I don't think. Did we manage to max all of this out? We did. Okay. So that sounds good. We can get a new marshal perk here, and we don't want to find a title. Get out of here. We can grab, say, Soldiers of Lesser Fortune. And then grab Absolute Control into Overseer, I suppose. How old are we? We're 59? Okay. Let's check into our succession here. Right. So our son is currently 39. I think we should just straight up disinherit him. So now it's going to be this son, and he's 36. However, we have this son here, who is currently 2. And this is an interesting option. I want to give him a martial education. And who is going to educate him? Well, we'll see. Is it us? We'll have it be our marshal. Cool. So that'll do. Now we're going to need to disinherit this guy as well, which we'll go ahead and do. Done. We already had disinheritor for 5 years. Now we still have it for 5 years. So that'll be okay. So we're going to go after Norway here next. And, of course, we can ransom off this person. We can also go after multiple claims in England, making claims one after another, and then go after multiple once our truce is up. And that is the way we're going to have to go about doing that. But for right now, I want to at least get a truce with Norway ticking. So that'll be fine. And let's just double check here. Actually, this is part of the Kingdom of Norway. Technically, we should not fabricate here. We should fabricate here. We do lose a little bit of time from that. But we should fabricate on Inverness for right now. Yeah, we'll enter the Royal Court. Hi, Royal Court events. We'll gain 75 prestige, and we will spend 6 court grandeur that we probably don't really have. Okay, that's fine. Reasonably okay there. So the reason that we're doing this is because one more title will allow us to create the Kingdom of Scotland, which will give us de jure claims on everything that is yellow here. That would be really nice to de jure claim all of this from England, all in one go. And then we'd be able to de jure claim a lot of this from Norway, but these over here are now de jure part of Scandinavia due to de jure drift. And that is fine, but we will go after those, for sure. That is still part of the Empire of Britannia, right? Actually, no, it has changed over to Scandinavia. But we're going to consider this as being part of Britannia. For sure. We do have a dangerous faction here. It is Peasant Rabble. Peasant Rabble is not the most concerning of things. That's for sure. We just got crumbling walls, which isn't necessarily ideal, but we're going to use this cash to continue to upgrade our holdings here and further improve our economy, which is absolutely great. We're very happy to improve our economy. Let's see, we can get probably one more construction queued up here. Excellent. A trade port. I like it. So we'll study an old battle there, and we could hold court. We're not going to hold court. Nope, we're not going to hold court. Cool. Hey, hang on a second. What happened with the Crusade? Is that over now? Okay, we didn't get the nickname the Garlic King. Cool. And this guy lost opinion of us. That's unfortunate. But it's fine for the moment. So I guess the Crusade is ongoing. We weren't requested to fund it a second time, so that's very, very good. I'm very pleased about that. We are, of course, going to finish up our fabrication on Inverness, and once we get that done, This will kind of drive a wedge in Norway, but we're going to be able to create the kingdom title, which we will hold personally. We will personally hold the kingdom title. So that'll be fine. And this duchy title we can't quite take yet. Noted. How long on our truce with England? Only 16 more months. That's not bad. But our next war with them is going to be for these 5 counties. Actually, there's a little bit more, isn't there? Yes. Yes, there is. We're going to be going for 9 counties. That's much better. We can actually press a claim on the entire duchy, which we will do. So that gives us this entire duchy here, which is the entirety of de jure Scotland that Norway holds. I believe. Yes. Fascinating. So we can declare war on him for this claim. And that, of course, means that we have a claim here, but that doesn't really matter. We're not going to need to fabricate on England again until we're, like, down over this way, right? So our next war with England is not going to require fabrication. We definitely make this claim. He's got access to about 20,000 troops, and this should be fine. Cool. So we're going to immediately head in from Moray here, and this will be great. We should have no real problem with this. Yes, his ally will join, but he won't have the troops to handle this. And our sieges will go very quickly indeed. Now that we have... Hang on, we still have mangonels. Okay. I should have swapped those over to trebuchets. We will do that after this war. He's disembarking. Or rather, embarking. I'm not sure where exactly he's planning to go. Over here. To siege. Fascinating. We're going to send these guys up over here to do our own sieges, and we'll do that. This is slightly risky, but we're going to bring our forces in over here. And we're going to fight him. He's spread out, and so this should be really simple for us. Yeah, absolutely great. We're going to head over here. Beautiful. So now we're going to park here, where we can stay close to our siege force. I'm not sure exactly where these guys are retreating to. Somewhere awkward, it seems. But that's fine. No, don't go that way. Come up over here. Wait. Why? Why would you walk in? That is a really, really bad thing. Don't do it. Okay, get out of here with these. Cool. And we just captured his son and heir. I don't know why he attacked us here. That was one of the dumbest moves I've ever seen. But okay. War's over. So all of this territory is now ours. We will grant this out to someone of the correct religion and culture. These are not necessarily correctly cultured. But that's okay. I think that's fine for right now. We are, of course, now capable... In theory, yeah, we have too many held duchies. We need to grant out this duchy here. So we'll grant that here. The petty kingdom of Moray. There we go. Excellent. And now we need to create the kingdom of Scotland. Beautiful. So the kingdom of Scotland is now held by us. Which means that we de jure control these 9 counties of England's as well. And once our truce with England is up, here in 6 months, we'll do that. So what are we going to do in this 6 months? We are going to change from mangonels over to trebuchets. So we're going to get 1 unit of trebuchets and a 2nd unit of trebuchets. And we're going to need to max those out in size. We can ransom this person for 50 gold, which will pay for nearly 1 full trebuchet upgrade. I like it. When are we going to be able to ask the Pope for gold? He mostly just isn't into it because he doesn't like us very much. Okay. We can grab a martial perk and we'll take absolute control. Enables absolute control for counties. So we haven't really experimented with this before. Cool. So that's a 5% levy and a 10% tax boost. I like it. That is not bad. Excellent. So how are we doing? Oh, wow. This guy's very upset with us. He doesn't like the fact that we're a disinheritor. 150 gold for 21 opinion would not really be worthwhile. Our economy is still okay without him endorsing us, but it is definitely a little rough. I'm not going to lie about that. So we're going to bring up our trebuchet count here a bit. And eventually the Pope will like us again. Eventually. And we'll be able to ask him for gold. Actually, we can do that literally right now. Do it. He referred to us as miserable. I'm sure it's fine. And we're going to bump up our trebuchet count with that gold. All the way up to max. Beautiful. So that, of course, means that we are now going to be ready to attack England anytime now. We're probably going to want to call in France, who is currently attacking the Holy Roman Empire. Interesting that he didn't join us. We are still allied to him, right? Actually, we're not. Okay. That at some point was broken up. He's got some unmarried sons here. We could do something like this. Cool. So that alliance was formed. He probably doesn't need our help here. We'll see if he calls us in. I don't really expect him to. And we're going to declare war on England after he's done there. Actually, he did call us in. Okay, cool. So we'll help him out here, most likely. What is his goal? A single county. A single county. Okay, buddy. I don't think he needs our help. I really, really don't. This control here is going to be worth, like, at least 20%. Our sister died of old age. I believe that was the person in charge of Aragon. Yes. And so we're no longer allied with Aragon. I don't really care about the Aragon alliance, to be honest. So that's okay. We're going to go after England once France is a little bit more freed up. And their siege is going to finish here in 20 days. Cool. They're grouping up and looking to come over here and fight. That's the right call. They just were a little impatient on making their way in, but it looks like they're fine. Cool. Ticking war scores on their side. And they win that battle, putting them at 50% war score. Excellent. So they can get a little bit more battle war score, but they're sieging. And we're not really going to help them out, is the answer there. So that's fine. We're going to... no, get out of here. We're going to spend our money on upgrades. There we go. And we're just waiting for that war to end. And once that war ends, we will declare war ourselves on England. That's the only thing we're waiting on, and it should be completely and totally fine. Leave a siege force, attack them here. Well, they're not leaving a siege force. They could have gotten away with it. But they're going to fight this battle and maintain their siege of the Workle. So that's absolutely fine. They can gain like an additional 20% from battles. Yeah, now it's capped. Cool. So they're going to start up these sieges. Ticking war score is on their side, and they're actually rolling quite well on these sieges. So that looks good. We have a royal court event here, and I don't want to pay 300 gold. We'll gain 150 prestige. Thank you very much. We're going to spend that prestige on calling in France. Absolutely. And of course, we're going to have to eventually fight France for this area. But we're going to hopefully have the Empire of Britannia by then. What happened here? Why did this guy rejoin Norway? Hang on. What's the title history here? Installed by faction demand. Well, we have the kingdom title, so it doesn't actually matter. Weird that was installed by faction demand, but okay, whatever. Our vassal probably should have asked us for help there, but sure. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go for, I think, the squire traditions. Cool. And how are things looking over here? They finished one of these sieges and then fought them again. Cool. So this will be fine. They're 82%. No real issues there. This was very awkward, but we already have the title that we needed. So it doesn't matter. We can go after it, no problem. But this guy, I don't know about that. We probably should have fought that. The vassal should have told me about it, and I would have been like, hey, stop it. But, of course, that's not the way the game works. If the game worked that way, that would be great. The Mongol Empire is still trucking along here. They're on high partition, but this guy inherited it. Interesting. The Mongol Empire usually would have broken up a lot more than this. That's okay. They're not, like... They're pretty strong, but they're not, like, giga strong. Okay. So we have a new martial perk available. We'll take Overseer. Fantastic. That'll be great. We're at 90% on this war right now. Maybe they capture somebody here, but that's the only way that they get any additional war score from this battle. And they did not capture anyone. Okay. So we're just kind of waiting for ticking war score at this point. And that's what that comes down to. Things would have gone a little faster if we had joined, but we've been able to put money into things that we otherwise wouldn't have been able to because we did not raise our forces. So that's fine. This guy's irritated at us, and so we cannot sway him. I see. We should send him a gift then, so he at least partially endorses us. There we go. So he at least partially endorses us now. We'll go through the rest of these. Apparently our daughter died. Okay. So this is all fine, right? Our current heir is 8. This war is over. We're just waiting for them to end it. And there we go. So now we're going to declare on England with our de jure claims. Not our claims, with our de jure duchy. Now, unfortunately, we can only do these like one at a time. And that is because we are lacking... Let's see here. It is Divine Right. So Divine Right would be nice to have, right? We're currently working on guilds and land grants. Land grants is kind of irrelevant. Kind of. Guilds is not irrelevant. And we should actually come over here and pull back this title. There we go. Fantastic. So, what are we going to go after this guy for? We are going to do a de jure duchy. This gives us 1 county. This gives us 1 county. This gives us 3 counties. And this gives us 1 county. Well, the choice is obvious. We're going to go for the Duchy of Galve. Cool. He has no allies and only 26,000 troops. In that case, we should be able to do this without actually calling in the French. We'll keep the French in our back pockets, just in case. Man, that's so much faster with those trebuchets. Okay, so we're going to hop up over here and grab that. Here comes the English army. We're going to leave our trebuchets here. along with a siege force. Probably not these guys. We'll go with these guys. And we're going to head over here and look to fight. And in theory, we should easily win this. And yes, we do. Fantastic. We do need a siege commander here. We'll put in this guy. Beautiful. And we're going to come down over this direction. We're at 40% war score already. So this is looking good. We don't need to call in the French right now. We can come out over here and see if we can catch this force. If not, we can just park here and defend our siege force. This looks good. After all, they can come through here pretty quickly. But we know that they're up over this way. Cool. So that is ticking war score on our side now. We're going to walk up over here and see about giving battle. We've cut them in half here. Okay, so these guys are likely going to attack our siege force. We're going to withdraw our siege force for the moment. And yeah, that's exactly what I thought they were going to do. And it was exactly the right call, too. So we're going to try to make our way down here. They did manage to catch us here, but we make our way in time. So that looks good. Beautiful. We're going to come over here and siege, and we'll just park once again right next to them. No, don't go there. Come on back. There we go. We're at 78% war score here. We're capped on our battles 1. So we're just going to head up over this direction. We'll park in Dunbar. Interesting. They're coming in over here via boat and fighting these guys. I don't think that's a good idea for them, but okay. We'll keep them busy. Did we just stack wipe them? We just stack wiped England. Okay. Well, we definitely don't need France's help. So the war's over, and we are going to enforce those demands, grabbing these 3 counties. We're going to grant these out to nobles of designated cultures, our religion and our culture. Perfect. And now we can create or rather usurp the duchy. And we'll go ahead and do that. That should de jure go to this fine gentleman here. And hopefully, he doesn't immediately accept a faction demand and join Norway. That would be very awkward. We're truced with Norway for how long here? 6 months. So we're going to go after Norway as soon as that truce is over, and I don't expect that to be a challenging war either. So that's all good. I want to go through all of these and make sure that all of these are on the main island of Ireland here are all maxed out. They aren't. But we can work on it. I also remember that we built some locations over this way. This needs a city holding, for sure. We should definitely make sure that these are worked on. This we can put in a hunting ground. This looks good. We have a couple of holding slots over here. We're going to need cash for that. So we can look at ransoming off some prisoners. But we definitely need to get some of this built, right? No doubt about that. This is not particularly well-developed territory. We're going to put in a temple here, and we can't build there until that temple is done. But we can definitely put in a city holding and a temple holding in this county as well. Andalusian and Irish people have grown increasingly close. The hybrid culture has formed. Was formed by our nephew. Okay, so I guess he wants closer ties to Ireland? Okay, sure, whatever. Cool. So we've definitely made gains over here. Norway is definitely kind of a jerk, and we're going to seize our de jure territory back over here. We're going to drop our rally point here. Actually, yeah, here is where it has to be, because we lost Moray. So that's a little awkward. I actually wanted all of our troops, but I guess just our men-at-arms can walk in here for now. And we're going to bring these guys up to Moray once they're here. Okay. So these sieges are going to go very quickly, right? No doubt about that. Much more quickly than the last war. Well, the last war with Norway, I should say. Excellent. We're going to deposit a siege force here. So trebuchets and, say, these levies. And we're going to head off over this direction and try to catch these forces. Beautiful. These guys can get a siege commander. And we do, in fact, catch them. We just joined the late medieval era. That is noted. And we're just going to walk over here and siege. And we're going to walk down here and fight these guys. Now, these might pose a threat to our siege force. We'll see how long it takes us to catch these guys. The siege is already over. They retreated up this direction. So that's definitely a potential threat. And we need to start walking back up this way immediately. We stack wiped this force, but this one still exists. So we'll see. Cool. This looks fine. We're going to walk up here. Yes, we're going to take attrition from it. And this is likely a stack wipe. Not quite. Okay. They're awkwardly retreating this direction. But the war is over. So we're going to enforce our demands and disband our troops. Beautiful. So we got that territory back. We now control the duchy, right? Or was the duchy destroyed? This guy holds it. We're going to usurp it from him. There we go. And we're going to give that over to this person. But we're going to grant this out first. So we're going to grant this over to a noble of the Irish culture. This is the de jure capital in Moray. So we're going to grant that over. The petty kingdom of Moray. We're not granting Alba. Okay. Hopefully that stays that way. That would be the ideal. So we're, of course, going to go after England again when we can in 4 years. We're going to have to find another way to expand soon, though. And the other obvious target is France, or start making our way into, like, Spain, which would be awkward. It is time to put a cut in here, though, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, and Lohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.